Welcome to Passion for the Pastime, where baseball lives 24/7, 365. Catch conversations with beat writers, broadcasters, current and former players of all levels. Now here's your host,
Walter Balsetta. Whoops, I fumbled. I got to get out of here.
Walter Balsetta.
Yo, what's up, everybody, and welcome to Passion for the Pastime here on a Tuesday in January 14th, live here from the Passion for the Pastime studios. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome to the show. My name is Walter Balsetta. If this is your first time joining us on the podcast, welcome in. Currently work at KMBR, and we've been doing this podcast on YouTube for a little bit over a month. I think our anniversary of our first month was earlier last week. It was on the 9th, I believe. So not that I'm counting, not that I'm keeping track of those things, but it's been a fun journey, and we've done this podcast for many years already on the audio form, but now we are live on YouTube. So remember, if this is your first time, welcome in, and glad to have you as part of the Passion for the Pastime family. And subscribe, give us a like, and drop down some comments. Let me know. And I see the YouTube chat already sparking up a little bit here on a Tuesday night. Rockin' New Era, always the first guy in the chat if it's not Tacky, which begs the question, where the hell is that dude? Where is Tacky? What's up, bro? What's up, Rockin' New Era? Good to see you in here. And Victor, what's up? Good to see you in the chat as well. Lori also. Everyone, welcome on in for the regulars, and if you are new to the podcast, welcome in and welcome to the family. EB here, happy anniversary. Yeah, thanks, dude. Thank you, really appreciate it. Jennifer Bergen Coleman, I think this is a first time for Jennifer. Welcome in to Passion for the Pastime, where we're going to be talking about a lot of things today. We're going to be talking about Roki Sasaki, the latest on that. Obviously, we all know that the Giants are out on the conversation. Now we're trying to find out where he's going to end up. I know that the speculation all offseason and even dating back to before the offseason started was that Roki Sasaki would be going to Los Angeles. He did, in fact, meet with the Dodgers today. And now we're going through the meetings of Roki Sasaki that there are star players present in these meetings. It's been such a weird negotiations with Roki Sasaki, and just having the reports and the lack of information and just the secrecy. But you know, it hasn't been strung along. Teams haven't been strung along to where we know who the finalists are when we go 24 hours away from getting into the opening of the international signing period. I don't believe that it happens at midnight. I don't know if there's a set time frame. Didn't check on that, but it definitely opens tomorrow. That's when teams can go ahead and sign international prospects. We'll talk about the guys that are remaining and that might be on the Giants' radar when it looks to beyond Roki Sasaki, because obviously they were told among other teams, among I believe 4 or 5 other teams, the Rangers, the Mets, the Cubs, the Yankees were all told that they are no longer going to be in the running and the finalists for Roki Sasaki. That happened all yesterday. Monday was just a complete news dump. Everybody was sending out their tweets. My phone was blowing up, and my phone died. So yeah, that's how much news was coming in on Roki Sasaki yesterday. Today on KMBR, if you guys missed any of it, Buster Posey was on with the morning show with Murph and Marcus. So we'll talk about a little bit of the takeaways from Buster Posey, kind of, you know, having his first, I guess, public speaking on KMBR, because obviously he's spoken at the press conferences and at the Zoom and with Willie Adames, but this is his first interview after the big signings of the Giants, and quite frankly the only signing. So that's going to be the question that I'm going to open up to all of you guys in the YouTube chat is, How are you guys feeling about the Giants offseason? I know we kind of talked about it and we were talking about Willie Adames, and was that enough? And obviously for the offense and the lack thereof over the last couple of years, Willie Adames does add something to it, but is there a lot more to be desired with this Giants team? Justin Verlander coming over, and that's a huge signing. It's a 1-year deal. Great value for Justin Verlander. But is this enough to kind of have this team be competing? Because Jim Bowden, he goes out and puts out his grades of the offseason every year. And I think that he was a little bit not favorable. It was a favorable score for the Giants. And I don't know if it's just because on years past, the Giants addressed a huge need that they needed at shortstop, and it was a power bat. They still need a power bat in the middle of the lineup, but they addressed some of their needs, and they added some much needed pitching depth to get you through 162. Because I mean, now the difference of baseball in 2024 going into 2025, right? The difference is you're not really rocking with a 5-man rotation. You're going with at least 6, 7, 8, maybe even 9 if you're the Dodgers, right? You're going with a deep set of guys that can log you innings. That is what you're doing. You're not really looking for guys that could get you a start every 5th day, right? I mean, the tide has kind of changed. It's shifted in baseball over recent years. But if we were going to a traditional 5-man rotation, we'll get your thoughts on that too, because Buster Posey did drop a little bit of a nugget when he was on with Murph and Marcus earlier today, talking about that starting rotation. But that's what we'll be talking about today. Obviously, Roki Sasaki. We'll talk about Buster Posey and just grading out the Giants and how you see this offseason as of January 14th. Now, the offseason isn't over. It's not done. There's still moves. There's still trades. There's still signings that can still happen. I mean, just looking at the active free agency list and just looking at the Giants' needs, because we assume that they're not going to get another starter, right? Because with Verlander and all the young guys that they have coming up with the Giants, you just figure that that's not going to be in the cards for the Giants. If they were to go get a Jack Flaherty, maybe on a 1-year flyer, maybe that's something that you look at. But I would be very shocked if they were to add to the pitching rotation. Now, when you look at the bats that are available, there's a couple of guys that are still out there. Obviously, the conundrum of Pete Alonso, he is still not signed, and it's such a weird part of the offseason, because the further that this goes, the least leverage that Pete Alonso has. And I think we've kind of reached that point to where Boris, I don't know if this has ever happened, but Boris is like, hey, this is our offer, take it or leave it. We'll accept it if you want to offer us this. I'm like what? Like, isn't that the team's responsibility to reach out to the play? I don't know, man. That's such a weird situation with Boris and with Pete Alonso. So we'll definitely dive into that a little bit. But he's one of the guys that are still out there. Now, are the Giants in on that? Unlikely, because something else that Buster Posey talked about in his interview today with Murph and Marcus on KMBR, and you can check that out where the podcasts are. He was pretty much talking about the trajectory of Bryce Eldridge and how soon we could see him maybe in the big league. So we'll talk about that. That's why I think it was always a long shot for Pete Alonso to come to San Francisco. But they do need that power bat. So where can they get that? Where is there someone out there other than Pete Alonso that can get you some power? And it's very thin. I mean, unless they're going to go a short-term deal with Anthony Santander, that's just not going to happen. I mean, I don't see him coming to Oracle unless you massively overpay. But right now, I think the Giants' number for the luxury tax is sitting like right at 222, I think is the number. And they can go to 241, but if you go to 241, then you get penalties because they were over the tax last year. So I would assume that they'd want to reset the tax line for the Giants moving forward. So I don't know if there's going to be another signing or not. If the Giants were to add something, it'd come via trade. But you do have Bregman out there. You do have Anthony Santander. You have Ha-Seong Kim, Jose Iglesias, just to name a few guys. Someone who's interesting is Alex Verdugo. Alex Verdugo is still out there. He's a lefty bat and can play defense. So maybe that's something that you get. But a lefty bat defense, that kind of screams Mike Yastrzemski. So before we get deeper into this conversation about the Giants and the offseason grades and my thoughts on the Giants, we'll get out to the YouTube chat. We'll get out to you guys, check in with everyone. We love to do that at the beginning of the shows. And also, if you guys do want to call in, the Cruz line is up and operational. We had 2 calls yesterday. AJ Cruz called in. Obviously, it's named after him. It's his namesake. He has to be the first caller on Passion for the Pastime. He called in. We had a great conversation, and then Mike Val called in towards the in the 11th hour. We were getting ready to get off. I want to say Mike Val called me at like 6:57, and then we ended up going another 30 minutes. Not because of Mike Val, but because I love interacting and talking with you guys. This will be a little bit of a shorter show today, but we'll be back at it tomorrow. Same time, same place. Don't you guys worry about it. But let's go out to the YouTube chat. Say what's up to everybody. I said hi to Rockin'. Victor, Lori, EB, what is up? Welcome in, Jennifer. Mike Val, speaking of which, what is up, dude? Good to see you in here. Victor, the damn Dodgers. Yeah, seriously, dude. I swear to God, if they get Roki Sasaki, I'm gonna be pissed. Like, you guys might have seen me like upset prior, like when like with the breaking news episode from the the taxi cab confessions portion of Passion for the Pastime, where I was highly distraught in a car in a parking lot, just wearing all black, and I was pissed that the Giants did not get Corbin Burns. It'll be that times like 1,000 if Roki Sasaki goes to the Dodgers, because it just seems like, I mean, looking at the grades from Jim Bowden, the Dodgers got an A, right? The Diamondbacks got an A minus. But you look at the Dodgers, man, they just keep adding. They keep adding, and that's a team that wants to win another World Series. They're not satisfied with the one. They want to have a stranglehold on baseball for the next decade. And if they do get Roki Sasaki, they can potentially do that. Maybe I'm being overly dramatic. You guys talk me off a cliff. That's what the YouTube chat is there for. Let's see here, Victor. Yeah, dude. Yeah, going back to that. One can only hope that he signs with the Blue Jays. My Blue Jays. Let's go ahead and get those positive vibes going for the Jays. Just give a little flick to Vladdy. His head does not bobble at all. What kind of bobblehead is this? Come on, dude, move. Yeah, all right. That's enough bobbles for Vlad Jr. But let's go out here and check in. Rockin'. Anyone here chatting from prison? No, not at this moment. But there, you know what? Actually, there could be somebody here in prison. I wouldn't rule that out. If you are tuning in from prison, let me know in the YouTube chat or give me a call, 925-392-5348. That was a hell of a call. I'm going to repurpose the hell out of that moving forward. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, Rocket and Rocket, how did you know about it? Because I thought you weren't a PNS. Papa, you can't do a PNS. Papa and Silver. I didn't think you were a Papa and Silver listener, but anyways, we had a dude call apparently from a penitentiary in Pennsylvania. Hey. You take the listeners where you can, bro. You take the listeners where you can. I'm glad that we were able to alleviate any stress that he was having while being locked up. But no, not that I'm aware of, Rockin'. We don't have anybody chatting from prison. You guys are crazy. Adames was a good signing. Getting back into the Giants, Adames was a great signing from Rockin' New Era, but feels incomplete. Yeah, that's the big thing, man. I definitely thought that the Willie Adames signing was going to be, look, just exactly. I'm not even going to take Jennifer's thunder, because what I was about to say is what Jennifer said. I definitely thought signing Adames so early meant a big splashy offseason. that's how I felt. I think that's how a lot of Giants fans felt as well, Jennifer. And you know what was crazy is because of how they did it, right? Because we know in the past regime, it's great to be in on the sexy pick. It's great to be in on Aaron Judge and Bryce Harper and Giancarlo Stanton years ago. I know it was trade. It was a different circumstance, but it was a nice thought to be included in all of these guys with Shohei Ohtani as early as last year. And where it all fell apart was that while the sweepstakes was going on and it was being drawn out and the Giants didn't get anything. Like we were stuck with Michael Conforto and Mitch Haniger and then all of the crazy signings that was like, oh crap, we need to submit something, and then they go get Blake Snell, Matt Chapman, Jorge Soler, which at the time I was not complaining. I will be 100%. I was behind the Blake Snell signing. I loved Matt Chapman. I actually preferred Matt Chapman over Blake Snell. I thought that was a bigger need because of the bat, because of the defense. And I'm glad that he's a long time going to be here for multiple years after getting that contract extension. So Matt Chapman, that was huge. But Jorge Soler, man, like that was someone that it was kind of like a flyer deal almost, and the Giants got him because they needed that bat, but obviously it didn't work out. But even when that happened, I was just like, it doesn't really fit. Like Jorge Soler, you're expecting him to be a 4, but at his peak, maybe he's like a 5 or a 6, and 5 might be generous. So you brought him in here to be the slugger in the lineup, and I think that played way too many mind games on him. He could never get comfortable, and then the ballpark started playing with, you know what I mean? It was all a mental thing, I think, with Jorge Soler. I think that he's more than a capable bat in Major League Baseball, but it just didn't work out. So just to kind of tie it all together was with this offseason, it didn't go that way. You weren't getting caught up in the Juan Soto sweepstakes. You weren't getting the focus was, what was your biggest need? What do you need to address? It was Willie Adames. That got done before the winter meetings even started. So then you look at that and it's like, oh, damn. Like this is going to be a really active offseason for the Giants. And then it just kind of tailed off, right? Like we were trying to see, all right, so Corbin Burnes, he's been on the Giants' radar, and everyone's listing the Giants as the favorites, and then that seemed like a huge miss. But then in hindsight, and just listening to all the conversations about Corbin Burnes, it seemed like the Giants weren't even like deep in conversations. And then Justin Verlander was a clear pivot, which Buster Posey did mention in the interview this morning with Murph and Marcus on KNBR airwaves. So it had that different feeling, right? And that's why. I mean, you don't want to grade off of emotions. You want to grade on what is being presented in front of you, right? So when you look at the grades for the Giants, and Jim Bowden goes ahead and he gives the Giants a B, right? So how does that sit with you guys in the chat? How does that sit with a grade of when you look to all the moves that the Diamondbacks and the Dodgers have made, and they're in the A's, right? Diamondbacks A-, Dodgers A grade from Jim Bowden, and he gives the Giants a B. Now, is that a little bit of a generous grade, or is that kind of on par? Would you give the Giants a little bit lower of a grade? Would you give them a C because of the expectations going into the offseason and into the winter meetings? After the Willie Adames signing, you just felt that there was going to be something else, or is it Giants fans? Or were we getting too greedy with looking at Willie Adames and that signing? Were we getting too greedy and wanting more? I think it might be a little bit more of the latter, because we were so starved with offseason signings that we hadn't had in years past. So then we get one and we're like, oh, dude, we can go. We're like a kid in a candy store. We're just like trying to grab as much as we can. But then reality sets in, right? And you're not the only team doing business out there, and there's there's players that have different priorities and different agendas and everything like that. So how do you guys feel on the grades? If you guys haven't dropped them down already, I'm gonna go through the YouTube chat and catch up with you guys. But yeah, Jennifer pretty much laid it out exactly how I was thinking was that definitely thought that signing Adames so early meant a big splashy offseason, and it just didn't happen. So when you take that into consideration with your grade, does that mean that the Giants are lower than a B, or are you content with the moves that kind of went down? So let's get back out to the YouTube chat. Rock a New Era chiming in as well. Always active in the YouTube chat. We got, if the Giants get Santander, then I'll be content. Yeah, that's the big thing when you look to this Giants team and what they need, and Anthony Santander just solves so many issues. You get a power bat, right? You get a power bat, you get a switch hitter to where he can platoon with Yaz, he can platoon with Elliot Ramos if you need it, right? You can put him in at DH. I mean, he just fits. So I don't know if he's played any first base, but if that's in the cards, like maybe you throw him at first base. I don't think that he has, but I believe that I heard that the Yankees were trying to get him at first base prior to getting Paul Goldschmidt. So I'm not entirely sure if he played first base, if he's capable of doing that. I haven't checked. But Anthony Santander, that would solve a lot of the needs for the Giants. But again, like looking at where we are in the offseason, it sounds like a lot of these guys, especially with the latest rumor, or not the latest rumors, but the latest reports on Jack Flaherty and on Anthony Santander, is that they're looking for now a short-term deal that can reset their market. And when you hear that, for a hitter, for a pitcher, great. That's why I say maybe Jack Flaherty comes. I don't know if you can get him on a 2-year after a 2-year deal with an opt out after one. And he's here and he beefs up his numbers like so many other pitchers have done in the past. Jack Flaherty isn't he isn't a lost cause or anything. He's a competent pitcher. He was a big reason why the Dodgers got to the postseason, but got to the World Series. I mean, he was one of the staples in their starting rotation for the second half of the year. So when you look at all of that, a pitcher makes more sense. The hitter on a 1-year deal at Oracle Park, that's just not in the cards unless, I mean, you have that much confidence in your ability and you come out here. Because the one thing I will say to pitchers, and maybe this is just like me being a salesman. I'm not a salesman, but I'm just saying if I was a salesman, this is what I'd say. You come to Oracle Park and you put up 25 bombs, that in and of itself, I know you want to hit 40. I know you want to hit 35, but hitting 25 to 30 at Oracle Park being your home base, that could get you paid. Because people can look at, wow, he still has power. And I just, that's the only thing that you could really say to a hitter, to a free agent bat, looking at a 1-year deal or a short-term deal. It's just unlikely. It's unlikely at this point. So if you want to get Anthony Santander, and I don't even know if the Giants are looking in that direction, but if they were, they'd be looking at an overspend. And I just don't think that is in the cards for the Giants at this moment in time. It's a developmental year. I mean, they're going to develop a lot of their young guys. I think that you'll see a lot of Luis Matos out there in the outfield. Jung-Hoo Lee, I mean, this is kind of his rookie 1B season, right? Because he came in last year and he only played 2 months. So there's going to be still that maturation process for Jung-Hoo Lee. I don't know if the Giants are in the business of going over the luxury tax again for a product that is unlikely to make the postseason. But hey, if the dollar amount is right and Anthony Santander wants to come here, dude, I am all for that, because again, he solves a lot of issues for the Giants, being that switch hitter, being when you got a righty on the mound, you'll add that extra lefty bat that the Giants just don't have. And he can be a middle of the order hitter and beef up the middle of your lineup, and that's something that the Giants desperately need. But yeah, man, I mean, I'm definitely with you on that, rocking. Victor chimed in. We would like to see another bat to fill. Exactly, man. I mean, that's kind of where Anthony Santander fits in. Pete Alonso fits that bill as well. But again, if you're gonna go out and get a short-term deal, most likely a hitter would go to a hitter park so that you can reset your market in the coming postseason. So I don't know. It'd have to be a massive overpay, in my opinion, for the Giants to entice any type of pitcher, or I'm sorry, any type of hitter to come play at Oracle Park on a short-term deal. So we'll have to see. Hopefully, I mean, I don't know. What if Pete Alonso and the Mets are just so disgruntled that nothing can get worked out? Maybe, with the previous offer 2 years ago, I mean, it was a different I believe it was a different ownership group at that point. I don't think Steve Cohen was there yet. But the offer was a 7-year, 158, 153, and he turned it down. Maybe that kind of just let you know. They let you know that he doesn't want to be there. I don't know. Maybe that pissed people off. I have no idea why it's taking so long for Pete Alonso at this moment in time. Otis, what is up, dude? Good to see the orange bill in the chat. What's up, Otis? Good to see you in here, man. Really appreciate it. I almost feel like, let's see what else Otis has to say. I almost feel kind of like the Giants may just roll with what they have. Would like to see them get another hitter and another starting pitcher, but not sure if they will do that. Yeah, I mean, again, I think we're all on the same page that we feel like this is it. Like, this is it for the Giants. This is going to be their roster, maybe with a couple minor tweaks. Like, would you guys be interested in Ha-Seong Kim to come for like some infield depth? Would you be okay with getting a Jerickson Profar? He can play all over the damn place. Do you want, like a Harrison Bader? Like, I don't know. Like, you start looking at all these guys. You want a Nicky Lopez? Like, the options are pretty limited. You want a Brendan Rodgers? I don't know what he's looking at as far as free agency. Alex Verdugo I mentioned earlier, but again, like it's very slim pickings when you look at who's available at this stage of the offseason. So it's going to be really interesting as well. Tacky's chiming in here. Hat's dope. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, man. And we do have a phone call coming in on the cruise line. So let's go ahead and get this call connected. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. I believe this is EB. EB's chiming in on Passion for the Pastime. Welcome in, EB. What's up, dude?
Hey, Walter, I really enjoy your show. First time caller, long time listener. I took my answer off the air.
All right, man. Yeah, appreciate you. All right. I think he hung up. Long-time listener, first-time caller, take the answer off the air. That is EB, ladies and gentlemen. EB, if you meant to hang up, that is hilarious. If you did mean to hang up, go ahead and give me a call back, bro. Go ahead and give me a call back, because I don't know what that was. But EB, thank you for testing out the cruise line. Again, it is open and operational. That phone line number is 925-392-5348, and I'm saying it low or slow because I do not memorize it yet. I'm literally reading it off. 925-392. You see it at the bottom there. 925-392-5348. It should be easy for me to remember that because there's a lot of nice numbers that I like there. My birthday's sprinkled in there. My birth year is sprinkled in there. 925, obviously. So yeah, a lot of good numbers. We got a Pablo Sandoval. Here we go. Let's try to remember. Let's see what Babe Ruth, year I was born, Melky, Pablo. That's how we remember that. That's how we remember that phone number, everybody. So yeah, Babe Ruth, year I was born, Melky, Pablo. That is the phone number to call in to Passion for the Pastime. Everybody, welcome on in. Let's see here. Victor's chiming in, going back to my comments on Verdugo. Verdugo was the Dodgers' top prospect at one point. I believe he might be worth a shot. Yeah, he was. He was part of was he part of that deal that landed them Mookie? No. Was that prior to that? I'm trying to remember the timeline of events with Alex Verdugo. But yes, he was a top prospect in the Dodgers organization. I know he ended up, right? He was in, or am I mixing him up with someone else? Am I mixing him up with someone else? I thought he ended up in Boston, and then he ended up in with the Yankees, right? Isn't that what happened with Verdugo? I don't know. You guys let me know in the YouTube chat. Let's see. Mike Val always dropping some knowledge. Let's see here. If we like it, it's like if we let Yaz go, right? 9.5 million goes to Santander. He could have maybe offered 3 times that, landed him a year or two, maybe. To whom may concern. Sorry about the dinner being cold. Yeah, no, it's all good, Mike. I appreciate you. Yeah, I mean, they're not gonna get rid of Yaz. They're not gonna do that. I highly doubt that he is involved in any trades, unless we're like around trade deadline time and they're completely out of it, which could be possible. And then you get that sorry, I just got distracted. Just saw something out the side of my eye. But yeah, I mean, I don't think that Yaz is going to get traded at this point. Let's see here. Rocket. Oh, on the prison call, Copes and Derek played it at the end. Yeah, that was just a bizarre. Has anybody? I guess throw it out to you guys. Has anybody called you from prison? Like, has anybody? Do you guys know people who are in prison? Which, you know, by the way, if you do, I mean, no judgment here. And I would like to be your friend so that you don't sick them on me. But has anybody gotten a call from prison like recently? I don't know. I myself can say that I haven't. You know, I haven't, other than today. So yeah, let me know in the YouTube chat if you guys have gotten phone calls from prison. If so, I want details. Who called you? Why'd they call you? And are they still in prison? I need all of that information as we go through the night show here on Passion for the Pastime. Victor, decade since I've been watching the Giants since the mid 60s. Damn. All right, cool, Victor. I like that, man. You've seen a lot of great baseball over the years. They own the National League with the exception of about 10 years. Yeah. Yeah, man. Well, let's see. Let's keep going here. How much coffee have you had? Have I been talking too damn quick? Have I just been rambling off words? I have not had coffee at all. I haven't had coffee at all today. I haven't had coffee, I think, since Saturday. So this is just natural. This is just natural excitement to be in Passion for the Pastime, to be on YouTube with you guys and talking some Giants ball. Tacky chiming in. What's up, Tacky? How you doing, bro? The cruise line would be my one. Wait, hold on. The cruise line would be my one call if I got locked up. Oh yeah, dude, you definitely have to do that. Speaking of if they've been locked up, we definitely have to ask that question to our next caller. It is the namesake of the cruise line, my dude, AJ Cruz. What is up, dude? I think I got to hit 1 to let you in here, but what is up, AJ? Have you had anybody call you from prison? Let's start there.
You read my mind. Let me see. Have I called? Nobody's called me. I think I may have called my cousin one time. I don't remember what the name of it was. He was somewhere in the high desert over there by oh god, what was the name of it? We're all the it's like a high desert. We're all the Susanville, where all the meth heads are. He was up there for a while.
All right, man.
I wrote him a letter.
Nice.
I wrote him a letter, but yeah, I think when you do call somebody though, it like oh no, not gonna happen. No, my cousin was in jail one time. I think it was over in Milpitas. What's the name of that place?
Ooh, Milpitas.
See, I don't know it because I haven't.
My prison knowledge is very limited at this moment, AJ.
Yeah, well, it's not prison Milpitas. It's like
it's like a county jail probably.
I'm actually surprised. Yeah, county. I'm surprised Tacky hasn't been there yet. Just for indecent exposure, but
yeah, just walking around public just on a normal day, right, for Tacky.
Oh yeah, with this handsome dick to this high, you know, like come on, man. No, I was at grandma's house and like the phone rang and I picked it up and I heard beep and it said you have a call from blah blah blah, and I was like, oh hey, it's I think it's so. I take it. All right, so it was a collect call coming in, and it was one of my cousins who wanted to speak to my uncle and my grandmother about who knows what. So, but no, I have not. Otherwise, I have not taken one directly. I don't know anybody in there at the moment.
All right.
I did. Yeah. So yeah. Sorry, I'm such a letdown on there, but I can say at the one in Milwaukee, it's like my brother was in there for a little bit. A couple of my cousins, my uncle was there, my other uncle was in there. So it's almost like I feel like I'm missing out because that should be like a badge of honor. You know what I mean?
Oh,
I got my name on the wall. I was here too. So I wouldn't be surprised if Taxi's phone number's up there. But I mean, stranger things have happened, right? So.
Oh yeah, man.
So
I think we all know somebody in prison at some point in our lifetime. I mean, we all know somebody. We all got the bad apples in our families. I'd agree with that. I mean, I can say that from experience. I think I have a couple of cousins still in prison at this moment in time. But I don't really. I don't really talk to them too much.
Yeah, but the funny thing is, Walter, you talk to these guys. Like they're all innocent somehow. Somehow they didn't do it, right?
Oh yeah, nobody did it in prison. Yeah,
yeah, it's just amazing. It's just I can't believe it. You got any baseball questions for me?
Yeah, bro. Well, we were talking about on Passion for the Pastime. We were talking about the grades. Like, what would you give the grade for the Giants this offseason so far? I mean, their two big moves, and frankly, their only moves were Willie Adames and Justin Verlander. So are you happy with the state of the team? Or do you think that there needs to be more? Like Jim Bowden gave a grade of a B. Is that too generous? Like, is he a nice teacher for that grade? Or what would you give for the Giants with their offseason performance?
Well, if criticism has taught me anything, you can always improve. Mm-hmm. But the fact that the Giants got rid of fucking Farhan is already like an A minus. You know what I mean? So if those other moves, other moves averages out to about a B, well, those are incremental steps. But I think just getting rid of the biggest dead weight in the house is automatically that's addition by subtraction. So if he's giving it a B, I'll support that. I might even throw a little plus in there just because we got rid of the little like Super Mario looking Goomba over there with the little giggle.
Yeah, you got rid of Farhan, man. Yeah, that wasn't even a part of my equation when I was looking at it. But you brought up a great point. Is that the Giants, the front office is just moving forward. Where with Farhan over the last couple of years, it kind of felt like they were stagnant and they didn't really have a direction. With this front office, you feel like they have a direction. So yeah, you're 100% right when looking at the grading. That might bump it up. Like maybe Bounds is a little low on the grade now. Maybe the grade should be an A minus for that move for getting rid of Farhan, because the future is looking like it's more bright with Buster and those guys, Buster and company in the front office.
Mm-hmm. Well, when you're down, really, the only other direction you can go is up. So Farhan, I think, was only playing not to lose. I don't think he was really trying to win. I thought he was a little bit too cautious. He was hedging a little bit more on for the sake of like safety, a little of those 1-year contracts, and his inability just to kind of convince anybody that going to the Giants was going to be a mutually beneficial relationship for either party. Once if you're a salesman and you can't close, then you're in the wrong profession. And I think it towards the end, it was pretty apparent if they had to call in Buster, to pull some weight around here, that's the writing was on the wall. And it was just a matter. I know Rockin' over there is smiling. He's all giddy. He's like, like happy that Farhan's out. So that's all I can say. It's addition by subtraction. But Walter, wonderful evening, good sir. And one more thing. We got a cool little community here. Everybody got to stop being shy, okay? Even Evie hollered to say what's up. So Mike Bell, Mike Bell's called in. I called in. Come on, everybody got to call. Even you too, Otis. I'm looking at you, Otis. That's right. Put the fork down, Otis.
Yeah, I was just looking at Otis, man. I'm waiting for Otis to call in. But real quick, while I have you on the phone, AJ, I did get this song request for you, so I got to play it for you right now. I was waiting for you to be in the chat. I was going to do it at the beginning of the show, but I didn't see you until later. But what do you give this grade? We're talking about grades. Grade this song for me right now. Can you hear it?
Oh, man. My ears are bleeding. God damn it, man. I hate all of you guys. Give that 2 thumbs down, dude. That's like a 0.5 out of 10, dude. I know who's responsible for this. I'm sure you do. He told me to play it just for you. Oh, and that's amazing because I was out of our group. Jackie has the worst musical taste, but now I know that there's two people who really they only enjoy music because they enjoy watching other people squirm when listening to things that are substandard. That's how you know this guy's questionable. And you know what? Snapbacks rule. DX crotch chops. Yeah,
bro. All right, bro. Thank you for calling in, AJ. Anytime, bro. We'll talk again soon. All right, brother.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
Walter,
What's up?
Walter.
Hey, I'm gonna leave the song on while you're here. Yeah. What's up?
Go ahead, let it roll. Look, I ain't afraid of you. All right, I ain't afraid of y'all mofos. You don't understand. Hey, I heard that there was a message the other day that you were supposed to play.
Oh yeah, dude. You know what? I took it off of my board for this song. So tomorrow I'll play the message. Mm-hmm. I'll play the message for you, bro. 100%, dude. We'll do it.
Okay. All right, I'll be listening.
All right, AJ. Appreciate you, man. Have a good night.
All right.
Oh man, that was funny. I hope you guys got a kick out of that. That was pretty funny. That was pretty funny. Thank you, AJ, for calling in. And again, you guys can join the conversation too. You guys can join the conversation. We can talk about whatever the hell baseball. We could talk Ace of Base. We could talk whatever you want. Prison calls. Share your prison story if you've been to prison. I would love to hear from you. Go ahead and give me a call. 925-392-5348. Again, that's 925 Babe Ruth, year I was born, Melky Cabrera, Pablo Sandoval. Those are the numbers. You can go ahead and give me a call. EB, I saw this as I was talking to AJ. Walter, did you take the call or was it an intern? No, it was me, bro. It was me. And I definitely didn't hang up, EB. So that was on you, bro. I'm gonna put all responsibility on you. So if you want to call back and we can chat, go ahead and give me a call. And we will we'll definitely hash it out and talk some Giants if that is to your liking. But Otis chiming in, the Willie Adames signing gave us hope at the time. Yes, it sure did. And look at that. I ask and I shall receive. We get another phone call here on the cruise line, and I welcome in EB for take number 2. EB, what's up, dude?
No, what's up, Walter? Hey, that text was from or that chat was from earlier. You were talking about the show on Greg and Greg's show. I was asking, did you take the call?
Yeah. I did take the call.
Yeah, okay. Let me say, I mean, you got your hands doing all bunch of stuff, and I couldn't do it. I appreciate you being there, but you got to stay up on the chat.
Yeah,
and
man.
Practice staying up. You get too far behind. And everybody's like, and then when you finally get to it, it's I'm not criticizing either because I know I couldn't do it to save my life, but
I mean, it sounds like a criticism, EB. It sounds like a criticism, but I appreciate the criticism, bro. I really appreciate it. I do need to get better on the chat. I try to. You see what my problem is, EB, is that I try to answer every single one. I should just answer one and just keep it moving. You know what I mean? Like I try to answer everybody so that everyone feels included. And then because I just realized, like I was looking at that comment that I was talking about with you. That was at 6:15, bro. That was 30 minutes ago. So I'm gonna go past everybody and catch back up. I'm gonna catch back up and see what everybody else is talking about here.
But I know you're used to being on the radio and stuff, but there is no radio now, so the chat is all you got. So stay up on the chat.
Oh yeah, bro.
Then if you practice when baseball season comes, you'll have it down. But now it's just like there's no. So just nothing going on but the chat. So practice just jumping on the chat.
I appreciate it, EB. I appreciate the words of wisdom, bro. And I'll get better. I'll get better every day. That's what we try to do. We try to get better every single day. But I appreciate you calling in, man. You want to talk any Giants? You got any questions? Any thoughts? You got any grades for the Giants this offseason?
I just wondered why, the Giants have players that have shown they could do it for a week or two, and then they fall off. Yeah. I think they need coaches to be on them all year and work with them, but I don't know. They might be doing it, but, like Yaz and Lamont, how could they go on these big, terrible slumps? They, when all of a sudden in 1 week they're tearing the cover off the ball, and then they go into slumps. So I think coaches are the key. But what do I know?
No, I mean, I think you're on something there, EB. But I would take it a stretch further. And thank you for the call, man. I'll let you go, and I'll take it off air. But dude, always call in. Always give me the constructive criticism. I appreciate you, bro. And thank you for coming in here every night. It's a fun time, man. Appreciate you.
I'm teasing you half the time, right?
Yeah, 100%, dude. 100%. I could tease back. I could dish it back.
Take care, brother.
All right, brother. Yeah, EB brought up something there that was pretty interesting, and he was talking about he was pretty much talking about the coaching staff, right? To give confidence, instill confidence in the young guys, and that was something that I think that when you hear Buster Posey, and if you guys didn't hear any of that interview, go back and check it out on KMBR podcast with Murph and Marcus. It was a great interview. It was about 20 minutes. I actually re-listened to it prior to coming on to Passion for the Pastime, because you listen to it in the moment and at 8 o'clock in the morning, you're still kind of, shaking out the cobwebs and I'm doing my show prep and all that kind of stuff for Papa and Silver. But I listened back to it and just listening about how he was talking in particular to the young guys. And I think that is the difference, right? There is a culture change that is happening with the Giants. And that's why with AJ pretty much talking about, addition by subtraction, getting Farhan out of the front office, inserting Buster Posey, that just changes the outlook, that changes the vibe around the clubhouse, around the organization from top to bottom. Because now I think when you hear Buster Posey specifically talking about guys in the rotation, right? Talking about guys like Marco Luciano, like Bryce Eldridge. You hear him talking about instilling confidence in these guys. And what's a way to take away confidence? What EB was saying is that these guys come up and they perform, or they come up and they crash and burn and they're sent down immediately. They don't even have a chance to right the ship. I feel like that is a formula to disrupt, to sabotage, to whatever adjective, whatever word you want to put on that. It just screws up the development, the confidence in those players that you do that to. And I feel like that was a culture. That was a damn. I have my opportunity, and I need to take the best. I need to make the best of this opportunity in the short amount of time that I'm going to have. And you have to have that mentality, but there's so much pressure on that to where if you come up and you have that one chance, you feel like you're only going to get that one chance, or it's going to be so abrupt that you have to be, 110, 120% right out the gate in order for you to stick around. And I know that it's a results-oriented business. I get that part of it. But sometimes with these players, if you shut down their confidence, then that screws them up beyond repair. You know what I mean? So I feel like that is a huge thing that EB was kind of touching on with the coaches. I would take it a step further and go into the front office and look at Buster Posey and how he talks about these young guys. Because one thing that he mentioned with like guys like Marco Luciano, he said specifically, the hope is for him to play with freedom, free to be whoever you are, free to have mistakes, free to go be the player that you think that you can be. I don't think that is the same thing that was being preached with Farhan Zaidi being in the front office. That's just my opinion. And to hear him talk about Marco Luciano and talk about Bryce Eldridge and the progression of Bryce Eldridge, you saw what was happening with Bryce Eldridge. He was going up through the farm system at a rapid pace. And again, you want to reward someone for being successful in their profession, right? You want to reward them, but also with development, you have to take your time. And that's the other step to how I think that this Farhan regime kind of screwed up with a lot of, look at Joey Bart. Look at Joey Bart and the management of his options. Like you mean to tell me that your first round, not his first round, but a first round pick, you ran out of options? That is inexcusable. That makes no freaking sense. So I just feel like the Giants under Buster Posey, it's going to be a different vibe. It's going to be a different feel to how the operations go. I mean, that's something, and just point blank is when he talks about Bryce Eldridge, and this is going more back into the interview with Murph and Marcus. When you talk about Bryce Eldridge, he pretty much lays out that he wants him to get a full year in the minor leagues. If Farhan was here, Bryce Eldridge might break camp, or he'll be up in May. Now, is that still a possibility? If he goes, I believe he's going to start in Richmond. Everyone is looking at, he finished in AAA. He should start in AAA. No, he went to AAA to get more at-bats, to get more exposure. That's what that move was. I believe he's going to start in Richmond. And quite frankly, AA, Richmond, that's where all the best pitching talent is. So if you want to grow as a ball player and you want to grow as a hitter and define your strike zone and get more confidence in that regard, AA is the place to be. So when you look at it, AA, I think that's where he's going to start. And maybe he can progress through the farm system, and if he's still tearing it up. I mean, Buster didn't rule out the possibility of, if Bryce Eldridge does tear up the minor leagues, that he will get a call up. That if he forces their hand, specifically if he said if Bryce Eldridge forces their hand, then we'll have to look at it at that moment and see where we are, right? So again, I'm not saying that Bryce Eldridge won't be up in 2025 at some point. He very well could be. It could be by need. It could be by demand. It just depends on how he goes about his year at. I believe he's going to start at AA. But the plan is set in place for Bryce Eldridge to get at least one more full year in the minor leagues, and that just tells me that there is an adult running. A baseball mind running operations now, that he understands the maturation process of these young players, that is what is needed, because he is someone that went through that same process and understands how valuable it is to get from point A to point B and to go through those motions, to go through the minor leagues, because performance is one part of it, but you learn a lot of things in the minor leagues, like how to come out of a slump, how to stay disciplined. Those are things that you learn at the minor leagues, so that when you get to the major leagues, you have that all instilled in yourself, to where you can figure out things. Obviously, coaching is going to help you out and all those things. Not saying that, but you're just more of a well-rounded player if you go through the minor leagues the correct way and you don't shoot through it and just try to get ramped up and try to get promoted as quickly as possible. Now, he could be that much of a talent that he does, in fact, force his hand, but I believe that Buster Posey and this front office and this new regime is going to take their time to mold him into the best possible ball player that they believe that he can be. So that's a huge thing. And thank you, EB, for coming on to the podcast and kind of sparking that conversation, because that is something that I was going to get into, is just the thought process of Buster Posey. I feel like that's a huge reason. And when we go into the grading of the offseason, that is a huge part of it. AJ hit it on the head. So I mean, a B+ is good. Like, when you look to the signings of Willie Adames, do they need and should they address a power bat? Yes, but I feel like there's a lot of good trending in the right direction for the Giants right now, to where a B+, I think that's spot on. I think that's a good grade. And when you look at just the trajectory of this franchise, I think that the Giants are going in a much, much better way. We do have one more phone call here. I'll get out to the phone lines real quick. Let me go ahead and answer this. Let's see who we got. Oh, we got the Hat Man. We got the Hat Man calling in to Passion for the Pastime. Rockin' New Era. What is up, dude? Welcome to Passion for the Pastime. Your first call. What's up, dude?
Yeah, he popped my cherry over here, I guess you can say, right?
Yeah, dude. That's one way to put it. That's definitely one way to put it. What's up, dude? How you doing tonight on this Tuesday?
All right, just got done my workout, so I decided to give you a call. So AJ won't talk shit as well.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I just want to be the sounding off board for the beef between you and AJ. I just want to be here. I'll be the moderator. What do you want to answer back to AJ for calling you out earlier?
Yeah, just play some more Ace of Base to get under his skin.
You want me to play it with you on the phone? I'll play it. I'll get it going. I'll set the mood, bro.
Play it again.
I'll set the mood. Yeah, here we go.
Play it again. Yeah.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny, bro, is when I saw the message yesterday with the recommendation, and I started playing it on my phone, and my girlfriend did not like the song. She was like, "Oh my God, what are you playing?" She was like, "Turn that crap off." And I was like, "No, this is a bit. This is a bit. So this is gonna forever live on my board now. Anytime that AJ calls in, I might pot it up, or like as he says bye, I'll pot it up, and that'll be his exit music. Or should it be his entrance music? I don't know. Should it be his entrance or exit music? What do you think?
I say exit.
His exit music. Yeah, dude, like the Oscars. Be like, all right, it's been too long, AJ, and then just pot it up.
If you do an exit, then you can't say anything on his way out.
Oh, dude, that's hilarious, man. That's hilarious. Yeah, I'm glad you caught that. Because I was going to play it at the beginning, but I didn't know if everyone was in here. So I was waiting for the right moment, and he called in. I was like, dude, I'm about to hit him with the song. I'm about to hit him with the song. So I'm glad you caught that, dude. But hey, how are you feeling about? First of all, we have to set up a meeting at Del Cielo. Second of all, we have to set up a meeting so I can get the hat. If that's the same meeting, then we can do that. But third of all, have you had anybody call you from prison?
No, I haven't.
All right. You don't know no
I definitely
hoodlums? You don't
can say I
know
know
hoodlums out there?
Well, actually, I knew somebody that went to prison, but
he
didn't get a call from him.
He didn't call you? Yeah, no, damn.
No.
All right. It's all good. I mean, you don't have to have somebody call you from prison. I personally, other than today, I have not had anybody call me from prison.
Kind of did me a favor by not calling me, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, for sure. You don't want to be associated with that. So Rockin', the other two questions. When am I gonna get that hat for Tim? Tim's been asking for it. He's like shaking me down now. He's like, you need to give me my hat.
Are you available tomorrow or Friday?
I could probably do something on Friday. We could probably do something.
I'll shoot you a message on Friday and see what we can work out.
Yeah, shoot me a message, bro. Shoot me a message. And Tacky, no, I'm not.
It was harder for me.
What's up?
It was harder for me to get the hat to Tim rather than finding the hat.
Yeah, was it? Yeah, I know. I play hard to get sometimes, Rockin'. That's just how I do. I'm not putting it on you. I'm just saying, Tim. I try to hit him up like, dude, how am I gonna get these to you? And like, blame
he
Tim.
Gave me no address.
Blame Tim by all means. Yeah, definitely blame Tim. Whenever you can, when in doubt, blame Tim Webb. That's for sure. That's words to live by. Definitely in my life. But Rockin', how are you feeling about the Giants, man? Like, what's your grade? Because we've been talking a little bit about the offseason and the grades that are being thrown out, and AJ brought up a great point about Farhan being out of the picture, being a huge plus, and then EB got me on that huge rant towards the end here right before your call. But how are you feeling about the Giants? Like, do you think that they've done all that they can do and you're happy with it, or are you a little disappointed that they only walk away with it with and I only say only, but they get Willie Adames and Justin Verlander?
Well, like you said, AJ brought up a great point, which I forgot about Farhan being gone. So addition by subtraction.
Yeah.
So kudos to AJ on that one.
I know that. I know
but
that.
I originally gave him
killed
a
you to
C.
say.
I originally gave him a letter C, but
All right.
now that I'm thinking about it more, it's probably like a C plus. But like I said,
Well, you're a tough.
I've
You're
seen
a
a few
tough grader.
players,
You're a
so
tough
it's
grader.
kind-
C plus, huh? Damn.
well, I mean, you can still obtain some players because there's still some players out there. So it's kind of like incomplete at the moment.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's kind of like you have to wait until like spring training or when opening day starts until you can really give an actual grade to the off season.
I'll be honest, man. I feel like because we're kind of late in the game when it comes to the offseason, I feel like this is it. Like I don't think that there are much other moves out there that can really improve the Giants unless they go and overspend on Anthony Santander. I know you put that out there in the chat earlier on Anthony Santander or on potentially Pete Alonso, and I just don't see that happening. I would love to be wrong, but I feel like unless you get those two guys, I don't see there being a huge upgrade currently. I mean, they could do something and they could definitely shake things up with a trade, but I mean, even with Buster Posey in his interview today on Murph and Marcus, he said that making trades. I mean, he kind of channeled his Mike Dunleavy. Says that making trades are hard. He said that making trades are hard, and a lot of GMs and a lot of teams are just unwilling to part with certain guys because they either overvalue them or B don't want to look stupid. Like the White Sox did in that trade with James Shields and Fernando Tatis back in 2016. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and at the same time, our farm system isn't really attractive as well, so that doesn't help.
Yeah.
So I agree with you. Like
you're
I
never
don't.
Gonna say
I think
that,
this
right?
is it.
You're gonna blame the other guy. You're not gonna blame what you have to bring to the table. You're gonna blame everyone else.
Yeah, blame Farhan.
Yeah. Seriously, and that's where we all come to full circle with the lack of moves as far as possible trades. Yeah, that aspect does fall on Farhan. But are you feeling good about? I mean, you're a tough grader, so I want to ask you this, and I'll let you go. But are you feeling good about the Giants going into this year? Better, like more than years past? Is there like a different vibe to you with this Giants team?
I say so, just because Farhan's out the door, so it's kind of like you don't have the merry-go-round of the roster and the yo-yoing of the young players. So hopefully that's a change.
Yeah, man. Yeah, for sure. Hopefully it is just a culture change. I feel like that's on the horizon. And, just hearing Buster talk about the young guys in the system, it does seem like he is going to let these guys sink or swim, and that could bring out the best in a lot of these young guys. So I'm very optimistic about the Giants, not only for 2025, but just moving forward, moving away from the Farhan era. The further we get removed from that, the more that the Giants can kind of rebuild their system and instill a lot of confidence in the young guys currently on the team and coming up through the minors. I think that it's all good stuff from here on out. But Rockin', I appreciate you calling in for the first time, dude. You know the number, lock it in and call me anytime, man. We'll talk some ball and talk other crap too. We don't have to just talk baseball. We can talk whatever the hell you want to talk about. If you end up getting a call from prison, let me know. Fill me in on that action.
Will do. I'll let you know.
All right, bro. Thanks for the call. I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Thanks, Walter.
All right,
brother. Check you out later.
All right, man. All right, that was Rock a New Era. I'm loving the aspect of the call-in line. Like, you guys can call in whenever the hell you can. I'm getting ready to wrap up here, but you guys can seriously call in that number, lock it in, 925-392-5348. Again, 925 Babe Ruth, year I was born, Melky Cabrera, and Pablo Sandoval. That is how you remember that on Passion for the Pastime. But let's go out to the chat really quick to wrap up. I'm trying to take the advice of EB here, and I'm gonna go and check out what's going on. Can't hear AJ's walk-up song. Oh no, did you guys not hear AJ's song? Did you guys not hear? Or was that only R. Galvin? Did everybody else hear that? Tacky, no, I'm not only asking the Mexicans that. I'm not only asking but coincidentally, those are the only guys that called in, minus EB. I don't think EB is Mexican. I don't know. Hey, you know what? I'm not gonna profile. I'm not gonna judge. But no, I'm not only asking the Mexicans that. Calm down, Tacky. Jesus, what are we doing here? AJ thought that was funny. Kid Rock versus Queen. Is that a song request, Tacky? Do you want me to pot up some Kid Rock? I don't have that on my board here. I probably won't play Kid Rock. I like Queen though. I like Queen. What's the problem? What's the problem with that? I get down to Bohemian Rhapsody. Come on, bro. What's going on here? Pat H chiming in. The Thin Tim mistake of the day didn't come out of thin air. That is very factual. That is true. That is a thing. There's a reason. I'm just shaming on Tim right now. He's at trivia, by the way. I am not at Tim's trivia night. Let's see here. Game recognizes game. Oh, look, now you guys are making up. I love it. See, like I'm kind of like the therapist in your guys' relationship. I love that I can do that for you guys. I love that I can be the mediator for AJ and Rock and New Era. We all love each other here. Let's see. AJ and Rock and see eye to eye often. Okay. Oh, let's see here. It's pretty tough to pull off a trade too, I'll say. Yes, it is hard to trade. I mean, damn, you guys have played fantasy sports, right? I mean, how often do you want to give away your crap to get something good, and it never goes down? Like how often is there a trade that you make in fantasy sports that it just doesn't work for both teams? Like you go into it trying to get, each of you are trying to get over on the other person. There's never really a mutual understanding or a mutual trade to where it fits both of your needs. No, you're trying to screw over the other person and get over. That's just the nature of it. Flush this caller. Okay. You guys all hating on Rockin'. Appreciate it. Now calling in is fun. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, you guys can call in all the time. Again, remember 925-392-5348. I'm here for you guys. I'm here for me, but I'm here for you guys as well. It's a fun time, and especially I see you guys in the YouTube chat and chiming in all the damn time, which it's fun. I gotta keep up. Yeah, okay. EB is not Spanish. He says no habla. That is that's impressive that you can type that out. But EB is not Spanish. My instincts were correct on that one. But no, you guys can call in all the time. I know the chat is there, and it's fun to get in. It's fun to get into the chat and talk to you guys. When you guys call in, it just adds a different dynamic, and we could just bullshit, and we can just go around and talk about whatever the hell we want to talk about. That's what makes this show so much fun every single night, and why my girlfriend gets mad at me because I do like 90 minutes. No, she doesn't get mad. She loves that I do this every night. She is a huge supporter, and it's 7:08, so I'm gonna get my ass on out of here. But let's go through the rest of the YouTube chat. Tacky, Queen is the most overrated band of all time. Dude, you are such a hater. Oh my God. I'm gonna come in with some Queen tomorrow. I'm gonna come in with some Queen just for Tacky. Let's see here. AJ, Tacky has bad taste in music, Walter. Pay him no mind. All right. Thank you. Because, my God, what a statement is that? I should just leave this up here and end the show on that, just to show everyone. Tacky, what in the hell? Next to the Beatles, you know what? I don't know if this is an unpopular opinion. I wasn't huge on the Beatles. I like some of the songs, but wasn't really me. It wasn't really me. You know what songs actually, this might be an unpopular opinion as well. Where do you guys stand on the Beach Boys? You guys like the Beach Boys? You guys like Beach Boys? I kind of like Beach Boys a little bit. It makes me happy every time I hear it, and it's a good song to sing along to. Aruba, Jamaica, ooh, I wanna take it. It's just a good song. Just a good song. How do you guys feel about the Beach Boys? Is it just me? Am I in the minority? I don't know, man. I don't know. Walter said Rockin and AJ are in a relationship. Hey, I did say that. I'm not. I did say that. But it's all fun, bro. It's all fun. Let's see here. Let's see what else we got going on here. I ran out of time to call today. Worked overtime the last 2 days. It's all good, Pat H. The cruise line will always be there and functional. You guys could always give that a call whenever you have the time. It doesn't have to be tomorrow. It doesn't have to be Thursday. It doesn't have to be even this week. You can call whenever you have a free moment, man. We could just talk some ball. And I haven't decided yet. Have you guys told me? Have you guys made a decision on whether or not you want me to do post-game shows? I was thinking either, post-game shows during the week, or I do a post-game show after every series. Kind of recap the series and preview the series coming up. How do you guys feel about that? Let me know in the YouTube chat. And do I move my hands too much? I'm Latin, bro. That's just what I do. We talk with our hands. We talk with our bodies. That's what we do. Do I do that too much? Does that bother you too much? Does it mess with your eyes a little bit, or are you guys not looking at me anymore? You just have me, on speaker, and you just hide the phone because you don't want to see my locks here. By the way, when I was recording the Ace of Base song, I was watching the music video, and I saw their hair flapping in the wind. I almost grabbed a fan and put it in front of me. I didn't want to get the fan though, but I was about to do that. And literally just have my hair. Could you see how long this hair is, dude? Have this hair just flop in the wind. I was going to do that. I was definitely going to do that. If you guys think that's a good look, let me know. And I'll do that next time. I'll do that next time that we play some Ace of Base. But yeah, let me know. Great call, Rockin'. Yes, it was. Damn it. Tacky ran off. End the show on a high note. Okay. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. Apparently I'm behind. Tacky, catch up, bro. Catch up. What are you doing? Anthony. Welcome in to Passion for the Pastime. If this is your first time, welcome in. Remember to subscribe. Hit us with the like button. Drop me a comment. Always chime in on the YouTube chat. Set your notifications. It's always a fun time here on Passion for the Pastime. You saw us just messing around and having a good time. That's what we do on a nightly basis, man. We talk some ball. We talk some Giants. We shit on the Dodgers. That's what we do. And then we just have a good time. We enjoy each other's company. So, Anthony, thank you for stopping by Passion for the Pastime tonight. And we'll be back at it again tomorrow at 6 p.m. We'll be back at it tomorrow, 6 p.m., the normal time on Monday through Friday, where we will continue to do this Passion for the Pastime. That's crazy, bro. Wait. Anthony doesn't like Queen? Queen overrated? Wow. So there's a lot of people that do not like Queen. That's crazy. All right. That's insane. AJ Cruz likes the Beach Boys. Lori Galvin does not like the Beach Boys. Beach Boys don't hate them. They got positive vibes. Near the beach, boy. Dude. Let's see here. All you're thinking about is chicks in bikini. No, that's not what I'm thinking about. That is not what I'm thinking about at all, Victor, but thank you for the visual. Taylor Jenkins stopping by. What's up, Taylor? Good to see you back in here again. Give yourself a full weekend of trees and Beatles. You'll have a newfound appreciation. You know what? I might have to try that this weekend. I might have to try that one of these weekends, and we'll see if I can come to a revelation on the Beatles. If that is what you recommend, Taylor. Appreciate you stopping by. I don't know. Queen is in the Hall of Fame. Just saying, I'm not a huge fan of them, but respect. All right, you can respect it. I respect you, Anthony, for having the respect for Queen. They are in the Hall of Fame for a reason, right? But it's not for everybody. It's not for everybody, but I think they got good vibes. Beach Boys, definitely good vibes for me. I will sing Kokomo. Like I can go a cappella right now. You guys heard me already start. I'm not going to do that, but we'll do karaoke nights. We'll do a karaoke night. You guys can request a song, and I'll go ahead and karaoke it. We'll do that. Maybe I'll have Derek Papa pop in on that one because he's a huge karaoke guy. Actually, I might have Adam Copeland check in on that because he's a huge karaoke guy as well. So we'll maybe have a three-way karaoke night. We'll do that. one of these nights on Passion for the Pastime. Let's see. Tacky chiming in on the Giants post games should just be live during Giants games, and we call each other, or we can all watch it together. I mean, we can, or we could just go to the ballpark together and, just have beers, go out to the beer garden. You guys ever been out to the garden over there? I remember the one time and the only time I was out there, I was with Copes, and we almost watched a no-hitter with Kyle Hendricks. I think it was 2 years ago. That was crazy. Yeah, we were, and you know what? And I say watch because we were having a few beverages out there in center field, and it was like the fifth inning, and me and Copes look up because we were with some of his buddies. Me and Copes look up at the scoreboard because you can't really see at the garden, watch the game too much. Me and Copes look up at the scoreboard. We're like, Giants don't have any hits. And then we look back up in the sixth inning. We're like, maybe we should go somewhere else and watch the game. So that's how that game went. And I think that no hitter went into. Did it go into the eighth? I think it went into the eighth, or it might have been like the first batter of the ninth. And I don't remember who broke it up. But yeah, it went pretty deep into the game for sure. With Kyle Hendricks, with the Cubs. So anyways, speaking of which, there is going to be a topic at some point. I want you guys to think about, because as we get into the offseason and we don't have too much news circulating around the Giants, we'll continue to talk Giants. We'll continue to talk ball. But I want you guys to think about a moment. And I don't know if we open this up to like Back to the Future vibes, but think of a moment that you were present for, or a moment that you watched on TV that you would like to go back to and relive. Like what would that moment be for you guys? I've been kind of brainstorming a couple of moments for myself, but then do we want to take it a step further and give us like, one shot in the DeLorean, right? For Back to the Future, one shot to go to a specific moment in baseball history for you to witness in person. Like maybe that's a more interesting conversation, but we'll touch on both. So you guys think about that. We'll have those conversations. Maybe not this week. Maybe we'll do that next week or sometime down the line, but we'll definitely discuss that, because I think that's a good topic to get into. And then I'm going to do best all-time rosters too. I'm going to do best all-time roster for the San Francisco Giants and have you guys fight over the outfield for the Giants. But we'll do that at some point too. Not this week, but we'll do it at some point when we have some downtime for sure. Let's get back out to the chat. You guys are chiming in now. 6 minutes behind. See, EB, I'm getting better. For sure. Can't watch post games shows on TV. All right, but can you watch them on YouTube, Mike Val? That's the question. Let's see here. EB chiming in. Start the show in the sixth inning. Oh, all right. I could do that. Day after the game. Well, see, I'm gonna keep doing the 6 p.m. I'm gonna keep doing the 6 p.m. and maybe I adjust it to start at 5 p.m. Because the games start at 6:45 for the most part. So maybe I start at 5 during the season. But I'm going to keep going every single day, just not on the weekends. Maybe I'll do the weekends for for Dodger series or when they play the Yankees or something like that. But no, I'm going to do every day. So after the game for sure. But are you saying every day after the game? Or are you saying every game I do a post game show? Is that what you're saying? I think I read that wrong. I think that's what Victor means by that is to do a show every day after the game. That is what you meant. All right. I'll consider that. Depends on how good the Giants are. We might not need that many if they're terrible. That is true. But isn't it always fun to rip the team? if they're bad, I mean, wouldn't you rather all come together so that we can all be depressed and talk about how to improve the team? Those are the best shows. Those are by far the best shows. Taylor Jenkins, hand movement is cool. It's expressive. Oh, thank you, dude. Thank you. No, that's too much. That's too much. But yeah, no, I do use my hands a lot. That's just me, man. Like that's just how I do express myself. That's how I get down. Let's see here. Only Tacky gets offended when we express ourselves. That's true. Let the hair flow. Appreciate it. I will do that. Maybe I'll do a hatless, non-gelled, non-tied back hair one of these shows. Just to surprise you guys. Maybe I'll put like some moisturizer in it because right now I just got hat head. So I'll make it look a little presentable. I mean, you know, I don't want to look like I just woke up. My hair is curly as hell, by the way, when I get some moisture in there. You need some Guns N' Roses on there. Yeah, I can get some Guns N' Roses. I get down with that. Dude, I remember 2 years ago, I think, they were at SAP, or maybe at that time I think it was SAP at that time. What's it called now? It's called SAP? It was HP before, right? Am I mixing that up? Anyway, they were at the Shark Tank, and I saw Guns N' Roses, and then like 2 weeks later, I saw them perform at Bottle Rock. So I had a full dosage, a back-to-back dose of Guns N' Roses like 2 years ago. That was incredible. I never seen them in person before. That was incredible. If you guys can do that, I'd highly recommend it. It was fun. Fun time. Let's see here. Marvin Gaye. All right, you guys want some Marvin Gaye soundtracks? I'll do that. Dodgers suck all day, every day. Yes, they do. That is the mantra here on Passion for the Pastime. Dodgers suck all day, every day, 365, 24/7. I think I said that backwards. 24/7, 365. There it is. Let's see here. Not what I meant. Other guy comment I was referring to. Okay, perfecto. Kid Rock is from Detroit. He's a wannabe redneck. Okay. I'm not really a big Kid Rock guy. I just gotta be honest. Not a Beatles guy either. What are you a guy of, Anthony? That's the question. I know you mentioned Guns N' Roses, but are you more like a classic rock guy? I get down to classic rock. Definitely can. That's one thing about me and my music choice and my music taste. I will kind of venture into everything. I can get down with country. I can get down with hip hop, R&B, rap. You know, some mariachi. You know what I mean? Salsa. I can get down to everything. Some reggae. I love me some reggae. It just depends. You know, music is kind of that. It depends how you're feeling, type thing. And I don't shy away from anything. You flake when we try to watch games together. No, I'll do it, Tacky. Tacky, name the day, name the game. I'll be there. Tell me where your seats are. I'll go over there and I'll say hello. I'll do it. I'm committed on Passion for the Pastime. I'll do it. And maybe I'll even go live when I meet with you. I'll go live from my phone as proof that I was there. Maybe I'll just record the phone. Maybe I won't go live, but you get the gist. You get the gist. Walter said he's gonna have no. I like beer. Wes, what's up, dude? Welcome in, dude. Wes late as fuck. Yeah, he is. Where's Wes been? But appreciate you for showing up. It's not about when you show up, it's the fact that you show up. I'm just gonna say that for Wes. I'm not gonna throw my guy under the bus. Just my opinion, man. Has that started already? I'm getting too much of you guys. Nah, bro, you love it. You know you love it, Tacky. Did just your opinion, man, start? Am I pissing off Derek? Well, my apologies. For sure tonight, rocking Walter and girlfriend Cat on the yes, for sure. Let's see here. All right, you guys are. I love Cher. No, I actually don't. If I can turn back time. I know a Cher song, but no, I'm not a Cher guy. Definitely not. I need Walter's contact. Well, dude, you got the phone number right there. 925-392-5348. That is not my personal contact, but that's the contact for Passion for the Pastime. You can always hit me up, rocking those. You can always hit me up on Twitter. But you guys have a good one. This has been a fun show, as I continue to do every single day. 6 o'clock is when we start for the most part. unless something unforeseen happens. But I'll be here every day, and I love that you guys are always here every day and you know, keeping me company and talking ball and we mess around, we goof around, we talk some ball and we have a good time, man. That's what this is for. Love doing it and love that you guys show up all the time. That just gives me the motivation to continue to do these things. It's a lot of fun. So I'm going to end the podcast today. I'm going to end it tonight. Again, went a little long. I said, and I even told my girlfriend, I said, I'm going to go slow, or I'm going to go short today. And she kind of looked at me and she was like, okay. And look at us now. We're 7:25, an hour and 25 minutes into the show, but it's just so much fun. So you guys can always call in. You guys can always jump in on the YouTube chat. I'll try to get better. I'll take EB's advice. I'll try to follow along. You guys got to slow down a little bit. I got to talk, but then I got to figure out a way to kind of manage this all. But it is a fun time. It is a fun time every single time. So if you guys are new to the show, definitely subscribe, hit me with the like button, drop me some comments, definitely chime in on the YouTube chat, because that's where the conversation continues amongst yourselves, but I jump in there as well. And then set those notifications, because we are all the time, Monday through Friday, 6 o'clock. But again, sometimes we have some breaking news. Sometimes we have a schedule adjustment because of other obligations. We'll adjust, but you'll be here if you have those notifications set. You'll be here every single time, because it'll get sent to your phone, and we'll be right here on Passion for the Pastime. So you guys, welcome in if you're new. We'll hope to see you tomorrow. And shout out to everybody that came by to the YouTube chat. Victor, Anthony, thank you for stopping by. Rockin' New Era for the phone call. AJ for the phone call. EB for the phone call. Mike Val did not call in today, but he called in yesterday, so I appreciate you, Mike Val, for stopping by. Pat H, all you guys, for even 415 West, even West showed up to jump in on the action. Showed up late, but it's all good. I'm gonna forgive you, bro. I know things are just, we're all busy in life, but it's the fact that you showed up, even if it was the final 5 minutes of the show. Tacky, thank you for stopping by. And did you not leave? Did Tacky ever leave for his dinner, or did he leave and come back? I didn't keep track of Tacky, but Pat H, everybody else, who else was in here earlier? Taylor was in here. All you guys, it's a fun time. Taylor Jenkins, all you guys, appreciate you stopping by all the time. We'll continue this. Let me go ahead and hit us with almost hit the wrong song, but we got to end with Little Walter. This is a good song. It's a good song. I mean, it has my name in it. Only song that has my name in it. So naturally, we have to end the podcast with a little Tony. So you guys have a good one. Be safe. We'll be back at it again tomorrow, 6 p.m. Set your notifications, set your alarm, whatever you need to do to be here on time. It's going to be a fun time. Tomorrow, maybe we'll have a guest. I know I said that today. We didn't do it. Tomorrow, more likely we'll have a guest. Maybe we'll try to keep that rotation every Wednesday on the podcast. But you guys have a good one. Be safe. Appreciate you all stopping by. Passion for the Pastime. Again, subscribe, like, hit a comment, set your notifications, and tell your friends, because we're trying to grow this community that we have here. It's a party. It's a fun time. And love you guys for stopping by every single night. I'll catch you again tomorrow night on Passion for the Pastime. As it continues, we'll find out where Roki Sasaki goes, and we'll just continue to talk ball. We'll continue to have a good time here on Passion for the Pastime. So you guys have a good one. Be safe, and talk to you tomorrow.